What's up, everyone? This is Bacon, and today we are looking at the new Wilder hero, Kaz, some variation of that. So, Kaz is a Wilder Ranger agility hero, and her role is an assassin. That makes sense once you kind of learn what her kit does. She is an interesting hero. In Classic, she kind of ranks very average, slightly below average, I would say. So, let's see if some of these changes or tweaks to her kit will make her better or will kind of keep her as an average hero. We will see. So let's go ahead and look at her ultimate skill, Assassinate. Kaz quickly moves behind a random enemy, hero, and attacks them, dealing 2 strikes of damage equal to 470% of her attack rating, and then returns to her original position. She is invincible and untargetable during this skill. This is her ultimate, by the way. This skill always attacks the enemy hero with the lowest health percentage. If this skill kills the enemy, then Kaz's attack rating is permanently increased by 30% for the battle, and it can be triggered up to 2 times. A passive evasive strike. When Kaz takes damage, she flawlessly dodges the attack. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 10 seconds. Kaz is invincible and untargetable while dodging attacks. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 8 seconds, and after dodging an attack, she throws a dart at the attacker, dealing damage equal to 300% of her attack rating. Dart attack damage increased, and then this effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 6 seconds. Pretty good there. Let's see if that's a divine effect. Maybe it's not. We'll take a look at this later. I thought it was one of them, but triple strike. Kaz unleashes a 3-strike attack on the enemy in front of her, with each strike dealing damage equal to 190% of her attack rating. It's increased to 200%, 210%, and then dodge is increased by 30 points during the attack, and then damage is at 220 at level 4. Feline Finesse, another passive. Kaz dodge is increased by 20 points upon dodging an attack or triggering evasive strike. Kaz recovers 50 energy. Dodge is increased by 25 points. For every 25 points of dodge Kaz has, she will deal 15% more damage, capped at a boost of 60%. And then at level 4, upon dodging an attack or triggering evasive strike, Kaz also gains 15 points of dodge for 8 seconds. So these abilities compared to Classic, her damage output, so these percentages are definitely a lot higher. But something I've noticed with a lot of heroes and companions is their dodge has been significantly nerfed. So some of these dodge buffs, like this one, I think this was like 100 in Classic. So they've definitely, for whatever reason, they're like, we don't like dodge. We don't want dodge to be happy. We'll give you more base attack. So we'll see how that looks. Overall, I'm skeptical of Kaz, but let's go ahead and take a look at her signature item. At the start of battle, Kaz gains 30 points of dodge and 20 points of crit rating. These effects gradually fade over 20 seconds. They gradually fade over 30 at plus 10. For every 1 point of dodge she has, she takes 1% less magic damage, capped at 40%, and then she takes 1.5 less damage and is capped at 60. So interesting signature item. I think the damage mitigation thing is very fascinating. I just don't think whether someone is a mage or physical damage in this game matters that much. But if you were to be against a very mage-heavy team, I could see her being viable. Maybe there's a dream realm that this would be potentially good in. Not really sure. Let's look at this. So her divine effects at 1 star. Enemies are poisoned upon taking damage from Kaz. For the next 6 seconds, poisoned enemies suffer health loss equal to 60 of Kaz's attack rating per second, and their accuracy is reduced by 110 points. Interesting. The accuracy reduction is very interesting. Upon dodging an attack or triggering evasive strike, Kaz also gains 15 points of dodge for every 8 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. I think that is... yeah, that is this one. This is her Feline Finesse level 4. And then, while poisoned enemies recover 6% less energy, no matter the method of recovery. Honestly, this one is really hard. I think because she relies so much on her dodge, you definitely want to get the 4-star and the 2-star buffs of dodge. You get that plus 10, that plus 8. And then honestly, if you're getting her at 4-star, I might as well get her to 5-star. That's my opinion. But I think dodge is just like everywhere in her kit. Everything is dodge, 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 dodge. So I think definitely you'll want to probably max her out just to get all those dodge buffs. She also, one thing to note is the boots and the armor gives you dodge. So make sure you get good boots on her, level those up if you can, if you are going to be using her. I'm not saying she's worth that, but I'm just saying if you're gonna try to test her out, make sure she has some leveled up boots. Just to show you, all these boots aren't very strong. So yeah, let's look at my Albedo's boots. You can see because she has the tier 1s, she gets, or not, no, it's right here. Dodge, right here. 8 plus 4. Did the Tassie one have that? No. So make sure you are getting the mythic and putting, what am I doing? And putting the dodge, getting that up so you can get that dodge buff because dodge is so influential for her. That's what I was talking about a second ago. But besides that, overall, I think probably not going to be super great. It's unfortunate that she's in a Wilder because Wilders are just really strong, and I just don't see her really slotting in as a replacement for anyone. Maybe in some niche situations where you're against heavy magic damage, or you need someone who can kind of assassinate heroes. I honestly think she will probably do some good amount of damage on the Arena of Trials. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's really worth heavily investing in her compared to someone else. Let's take a look. Let's do a normal one. Let's put her back here. Let's put some tanky boys. I don't want to. Let's just put him up here. And let's just put him just in case. So you can see her right here. You can see some people are getting poisoned, some purple stuff. Audrey's about to do some big damage. Audrey and her are definitely going to be the most damage. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't put Audrey in because he kind of steals the show. Let's do one more. We just got a lot of tanky boys, not a lot of damage in this one. So let's see if she can carry the team. She might die, but she kind of has some scaling as the game goes on, as she kind of does her dodge stuff. But yeah, she just died. Maybe Wukong will carry this one out. I'm going to let this play out, though, because I want to see how much damage she did. Wukong's unfortunate because, I mean, he looks decent here, but I just don't think he's worth building out, but I think he's a really fun hero. Yeah, you can see that damage. She did some good damage, but still not really convinced. I'm not convinced of her. I think she's just a classic hero that was never that great. Or at least it's been a very long time since she was. And I just think they kind of have to release them over time, and some of them are just not going to be good. I wish they kind of buffed them a little bit more, or maybe tweaked their kits a little more to make them a little more viable. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on her. I'm sure people will find something that she's good at and fits in well. But as of right now, I wouldn't recommend pulling for her. Give it some time for people to kind of try her out, find some uses for her, and see if she's good then. But like I said, there are just so many good Wilder heroes. You got Leica, you got Tassie, you got Mishka, you got Waken Solace, you got Navanthi, you got Trisha. I mean, even these two, right? Raku, Respin, Pippa, like not the best heroes, but they're serviceable in some areas. And I just don't see where she really fits in, but that's just my opinion. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy my videos, like my content. Make sure you like this video below, leaving comments, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.